Yo, what's up? We back again with a brand new episode of ISSA Ting. My name is Uno July, and I'm here with the legendary Kimmy G. What's up, Kimmy?
What's good?
Yeah, we back.
We back again.
Yeah, today's episode's gonna be nothing short of legendary. I'm about to introduce this guy, but I feel like it's only right we acknowledge this moment we're about to have. We're doing it bigger, right?
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. This month we got a lot going on.
Yeah, we got a lot going on. I mean, take it back to the events that we've had so far. ISSA Ting has been really shaping up to be something special. And it's nice to see us just really, put our best foot forwards and just really doing it for culture. And speaking about culture, it's only right that I introduce
The culture himself.
the biggest, Slolo.
Hey,
I am Slolo from Bro Boys. What's up? How you doing, family?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Thank you for having me here, guys.
Yeah.
It's a pleasure. Wow.
Yeah. He's such a natural. He's such a hard act to follow. But yeah, man, we're so excited to have you here. I think for me personally, if I look at you, it's just like witnessing your growth as an individual, beyond just being a creative. I feel like wherever you rock up, you shine, you shine, and just by being yourself. And I think we said this off the record, like just being Slolo is just like it's a thing. I feel like today you can just today I'm a channel Slolo. That's just how I feel, And
it's definitely a thing.
It's definitely a thing, right?
It's a tang. It's a tang.
Man. But welcome, man.
I thank you guys for having me. Gamang Slolo. KKK, let me start first. Gamang Akona, that's what my mom gave me. No one just call me by that name. When you call me by that name, I know you know me.
Yeah.
So if you're gonna take this name from the podcast and then you're gonna call me Akona, Apple might sort you out. But in the streets, they know me as IAmSlolo, Umalume Uslolo, the biggest in every city. I started being big in Cape Town. And then we said Durban, we said Joburg. Now I'm the biggest in every city. So man.
Hold on. We got a whole episode ahead of us. Let's not give him the sauce right now. But man, like I'm saying, I feel like it's only right we backtrack and take it from the beginning. I feel like Kimmy, you might have things you're curious about, of who this guy is. He's already told us his name is Akon. I feel like I learned something today. What do you want to learn about Slolo?
I want to know, tell me the name Slolo. What does that represent to you? Who is Slolo? Tell us.
Can I tell you where it started first, where it came about?
Yeah.
So I come from a small hood in Fuleni, very close to Kailicha, like a road away, sightsee, Fuleni. That's where I'm from, right? So in 2009 or 10, I'm not sure, there used to be sessions in the hood, like Spaza era.
Park jams.
Yeah. So I went there, I saw these other guys called City Dwellers. They were performing. Those are the only guys I've seen make the crowd wave. As they move, the crowd is moving like that. So I was like, yo, this is fantastic, this is amazing. Who are these guys? So I walked my way in the group.
Yeah.
And then I became the younger son. They became my mentors because they were doing what I wanted to do, right? So now as time going.
So you're a teenager around this time?
Yeah, I'm probably 20. I'm my first year in high school.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So now I go to their place, we sit down, they teach me how to freestyle, they teach me how to analyze the whole industry. Right?
Yeah.
So, and also ISSLolo is a Kasi slang.
Right.
Like ISSLolo means,
Slolo.
yeah, like shaya maneuvering,
Shying is
making
slow.
it work.
Yeah.
So that was the thing. So every time he speaks, say, shying is slow, he's lying to you, he's finessing you. So that was our chat, right? So as I'm the youngest in the crew, they teaching me everything. They teaching me how to freestyle, how to perform. So now I got to perform a song with them on stage. So every time we go on stage, before we speak to the crowd, when you test your mic, we'll be like, "Excess is Slolo, excess is Slolo, Joe." So now the crowd also say that back, "Excess is Slolo." Now we say Slolo, they say Slolo. So I end up starting running with that. wherever I go, now people started calling me Slolo, but ISSA TING because I had it too much on me. And then I said the guys, and I said, guys, yo, I'm running with this name. I'll just need to find.
It works. It works.
Yeah, you know, I was like, yo, Chance, I need to find a better meaning for it, so that it can go outside and inside. So ISSLolo is a sketch, the ability to maneuver around possibilities and opportunities with ease.
I love that.
I love that definition.
It's swag, it's finesse.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, there's
That makes sense.
so much humble beginnings in your story, and I would expect that, you know, and I feel like it contributed so much to your character development. You know, as a kid from Ekasi, like you grew up like OGs, you know. I would have expected something a little better, like, yo, you were there, or, you know, they
I
let
didn't
you.
want to put it in. Come on, bro.
Yeah, no,
I didn't want to put it in.
Yeah, because I also like coming up, I was in the hood, like in the shelters with the Ras, and they would make me like tie peanuts on the, you know, on the, the newspaper thing, you know, yeah. So that was my come up. So it's like I can see how that happened. But going back to the name, I feel like, you know, thanks for sharing that with us. I feel like it says a lot about who you are today and where you are and how you still represent that, you know, and.
Yeah,
How do you see it coming out?
I mean, I'm just curious. So that was the start, kind of like how you got into music. But how did it take that turn of like now you are doing music on another level, like you pursuing it full time, or how do you see your music journey evolve from that beginning?
From that beginning, bro, I won't lie. I keep on telling people, Chance, I've made it. I've went out the hood to stay in Woodstock, and I'm still living my dream. Even though musically, I'm not like in the forefront, in the mainstream like that, I'm still going there. Even though it might not be now, even though I might be behind the scenes. Because, bro, you need to remember from a brewer from Mfuleni or Khayelitsha, to be able to host parties in town, to have people like you guys pulling up, that's a dream come true. There's people in America right now that knows the name Slolo, they knows the music. That's a dream come true, bro. It doesn't, like, we're so fortunate enough that we don't need record labels to be big as what we are right now. You get me? And also doing it independently with no financial backup, that's crazy. I'm still like, yo, how did I do this? And then when I look at it, I'm like, wow, I made 1-2 sacrifice. It wasn't nice when I was making it. Like when I was shooting the video with Jesse, saving up that money. Bro, imagine saving up 50 bands and you're not going to spend it on clothes or anything. You're just going to give it to someone else. And then you're going to be broke for 3 months. That was not nice. But when the video came out, when everything works hard, they be like, oh shit, it's worth it, man. Yo, I have 2K. Let me go put it in that thing again. Because the feeling, it's the feeling that I'm chasing. Like, yeah, man, because I do music. For me, music is like how people go play sport or therapy. Because on my music, if you listen to my music, you're going to know, oh, this bro grew up like this. Or this bro is a softie. Because that's, you're going to find
it's expression.
Yeah.
It's expression.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, man, I like that for real. Just taking us, you know, behind the scenes. And I really feel like with ISSA TING, I think like our purpose is to really like, you know, just talk about, I was just saying, like, we're allowed to be nerdy here, and I feel like we want to set ourselves apart and talk about the process more than people emulate the outcomes of things. They just saw the video, but they don't know what went behind the music video, the bands that you had to put together, you know, so your mans can shoot you like some really dope shit, and then you present to us like such a solid, you know, piece of work. And, you know, knowing ourselves, Kimmy and I, we creators in our own rights as well. We believe in output, making sure that we see the end of something, you know, despite the hardships that it comes with. And I think we have to be really honest with ourselves, be vulnerable at times, and speak about the truths that we go behind, because it fuels our creativity at the end of the day, and the expression, you know, element, you know. So yeah.
And speaking of self-expression, I mean, I think it's safe to say you just produced an amazing album that you recently just dropped, and it's it's really a creative process that you went on. And how do you feel about releasing this album, Culture?
Oh, with this one, I felt more, because with this one, with the previous album I dropped, that had a lot going on. Like, I spent like 6 months working on that album, those 3 songs, and then I spent like 3 months trying to get it out. So that was a lot. So with this one, it was kind of a short moment break because I was coming from tour, right? So I'm like, yo, seeing Durban, seeing PE, seeing Joburg, seeing Val, PTA, how they treat us, how they welcomed us. And then I saw how they treated the previous album I dropped. Because on that whole tour, the soundtrack was go broke yongir, go broke yongir. When we pull up, lighties are like go broke yongir. I was just like, yo, this is culture at its biggest peak. I might be from Cape Town, and we're thinking Cape Town music doesn't land on this side. For people to pull up and sing these songs, they're like, yo, Slow, we mess with you like that. I'm like, wow, I need to, when I go back home, I need to drop a project that's inspired by this whole thing. So that lighty involved, when they play this project, they know about, okay, cool, I played a role on this thing. Hence why the art cover was like basically the whole tour.
Yeah, yeah, that makes
That's
sense.
crazy.
That's
So
big.
the lighties involved, they need to feel a part of that project. They need, when that thing is on the screen, they need to see, this is me.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, I get inspiration from them, from my bros, from you guys, the people around me. So this project was inspired basically by the whole tour, by the Broke Boys, by the whole culture.
I love the thought process. I feel like since we're here, I feel like it's only right we talk about, you know, just what defines the era today, being a Cape Town creative, with a musician, streetwear, events and all that. Broke Boys has really come up. Like, you know, I saw, you know, some of you guys from the other side. I was on the stage as a July performing, seeing the guys perform, you know, like supporting me. And then little do they know, I always hoped that whoever I was in stage and performing for, I'd give you something or inspiration, you know. And I feel like I'm not responsible for it, but I know that, you know, there are people in the scene that that really are really paved the way, and you guys really took, you know, grabbed the baton and you guys ran. And then Broke Boys became, you guys are defining the era. So shout outs to that. Congrats.
Yeah, shout out.
Shout out to the
So,
Broke Boys.
yeah, I feel like it's only right we talk about Broke Boys and the landscape of like Cape Town right now, how you guys are defining this era. You know, how did it come about? Who is involved in Broke Boys? And yeah, tell us just fun things.
Broke Boys. So I won't lie to you guys. How I knew Broke Boys, I knew them before there was Broke Boys. There was this other brand called Nylento. I don't know if you know about Nylento. Yeah, you remember that brand used to say Kosamos. It had moss in it.
Oh, Moss. Now I see it. Yes.
That was one of the
see
biggest brand in the city.
Yeah, I just need to see it. Yeah.
See, that brand was big, but now there was another brand called Nylento. Ace and Coins' older brother, Anza. He's now our financial guy, our advisor. He's our older brother. So I met the boys through a homie called No Clue the Prophet. We were all in Fuleni, but they were in Kales River. So in Kales River, it was a better studio. That's where we went to go record with J Clue. Well, not J Clue, sorry, with Jay. And then there we met Coins, Ace, Bobo, but we call him Uncle Human right now. So at that time, I think it was 2012. Like, we're still in high school. We went to go record. And then the bros were like, yo, gents, we have a nice song. Can we go perform this in town? Yo, me, I got excited. But yo, we performing in town? What?
Yeah, let's get it.
Let's get it. Yeah. The homies give us the date, right? Me and Castro left the hood around 1. We're coming to town. We took a train. We got to town around 5. We had to wait until the last train because the bros took the last train. We don't know anything. It's our first time to town. And where Saints is right now, that club used to call the industry.
The industry, yeah.
That's where the pop-up
I remember
was.
that.
It was a Moss pop-up. So Nylento was...
Was there a boxing ring there that time?
Yep.
I remember.
Yeah.
2012. I literally we launched Ill Skills launched Notes from the Native Yards literally a day before that. They booked us there. at that. Yeah, I remember.
So yeah, Moslento is doing that. Nylento is there now, answers all the brands. So now we're all there representing the brand. But since Nylento is there and it's a venue, so they had their own DJs and they had their own lineup of performances they submitted. So we're performing there. I'm excited. We meet the bros at the train station. We go there. We hang out. The party start. But it wasn't the best part. It wasn't packed. And then from there, we went to Long Street, Capello's. Now, wow. Yeah. I told the gents, this is where I want to be. Because that time, what song was playing? Run Josie.
Yeah, Kara era. Oh, that's a piece.
I'm from the hood, bro. Now, in the hood, they used to call me, yo, nigga, what's up? Yo. Because always say, you know.
My man.
I'm that
guy. My nigga.
I'm in town. I say black kids, they speak fluent English and those people, I was like, yo.
Eye-opening.
Yo.
Yeah.
Bro,
yeah.
I can still feel it.
Do you know that the first or the second sneaker exchange happened in that venue?
Which one?
I was at the first sneaker exchange ever. You know sneaker exchange.
Yeah.
Zaid
Which venue did it
Osman's.
happen?
The one where Saint is now.
Right here.
Yeah, the second one actually. That's where it happened. It's just a random fact. I thought I should throw that in there.
Shout out to Zaid.
Shout out to Zaid Osman.
Please bring back sneaker exchange. We need that one as Cape Town culture, bro. We need that one. But yeah, as I was saying, me seeing the whole culture, I was like, yo, I'm not the only one who's like this. When I went home, I told my bros every day, gents, we need to make sure we homies with those guys. Because those guys, they know something. For the fact they took us to town and they took us to different spots, that's crazy. Even we stayed there until 5 a.m. because we had to catch a train to go back home the next morning.
And you know this, coming from Mfuleni is so unprecedented. You know, I came up since 2003, bro. In creative hip hop scene. And this story you're talking about, taking the last train, and then you have to wait for the early one at 5 a.m. after you finish clubbing to get home. It's like kids nowadays don't think that was a thing because the infrastructure was not together that time. We were only limited, so limited. But Mfuleni was never. You never heard of Mfuleni other than a church, a large church mission.
That's true.
And recently, the sad thing, man, I woke up to this devastating, disturbing video. Is it Driftsand, the area where the shooting happened, where they shot?
Wasn't it Samora? The one
at but night people in Samora, people in Samora say that was Mfuleni.
And so Mfuleni is also high crime rate.
Yeah.
So now what happened is in COVID 2020, right? It was Mfuleni was nice, close to Kailicha, close to Blue Downs. We're in the middle, next to Delft, next to Silver Sand. So the Kailicha side, it was only land, unoccupied land, right? So now COVID happened, lockdown happened. People don't have money to pay rent who are renting on people's back houses. So people decided to go occupy that open land that no one. So now it literally made Mfuleni in Kailicha like this.
Right.
So now you don't know who stays in Mfuleni, who stays in Kailicha because it's now one place. So now it got so overpopulated and the crime just went skyrocketing up.
Right.
And the funny thing is the young kids.
Yeah.
You'll find a 15-year-old with a gun, shoot that guy.
Shoot that. And obviously, this is the lowest fruit hanging on the tree because these gangs are they're all tied in certain ways. There's gang ties. You feel like you need to come up, you're desperate, and gangsterism. I was also once caught up in those crossroads. Do I choose to go left or do I choose to go right?
Yep.
So that's why I commend you for just sticking, or you were lucky enough to get an invitation to go to town, so I commend you for being here. I seriously look at you sometimes. I can see how you could have gone a different way.
I was this close.
Yeah, I know.
The guys I went to the school started smoking standing in the corners with hustling for smoke money. We were all friends until they started smoking crystal. And we used to sit like this. We're busy with our weed. They busy with the crystal there. But my thing that made me never touch that, because I saw that thing gives you too much energy, right? And we're going to smoke that. Let's say we smoke that thing at night. Me, I still have to go back home. I sleep with my mom in a 1-bedroom shack.
Yeah.
So there's no way I'm gonna be sitting like this the whole night.
Yeah.
Because I'm too tweaked up.
Yeah.
So that's why I prefer the weed I smoke and go pass out.
Yeah.
You get me? So if let's say if I had a bit more freedom, maybe I would have. I don't know.
I want to ask more, like, before I want to let Kimmy get into it more, but what was that your connection with music and just creativity? Was it just you deciding to, like, soaking it from TV or magazines? I don't know. Maybe do you want to add to that question?
Yeah, was it like your friends that inspired you to go in a different direction as to what you were being maybe exposed to at sometimes? Did you have that solid friend group that said, hey, let's go in this path?
So I grew up in a church on my stepdad's side. His dad was a pastor. So my life is very confusing, guys. So before Cape Town, I came to Cape Town.
Let's talk about
The first time I came to Cape Town, right, is 2006 December, visiting my mom's family side for the first time. So I grew up with my mom. You get me? So in 2003, I was in this other place called Langkloof. It's literally close to Humansdorp, Neisner, and Tsitsikam. It's in between. It's a small farm where they produce oranges, apples. So in 2003, I moved there with my mom. My mom meets my stepdad. We stayed together. Then my mom got married to my stepdad, right? So hence why I was closer to my stepdad's family now, because my mom got married. So I was going to church to that side. So in church, there was a choir. I used to sing in the choir, but not knowing by ish.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I just loved singing. Yeah. And also, we used to stay next to a Shibin. We were staying like a Shibin will open from 6 until the next day 6. You get me? So they used to play all music. So me washing dishes, even if I don't like the song, I'll end up singing to it. So that's how I think the church and the tavern, that's how the music was brought to me. And then I moved to Cape Town in 2008, right? So I went to Blackheath High School. I'm still sleeping in a shack. Like this, let's say that this, I'm sleeping here. My mom's bed is here. That's a TV. That's the door, right? I'm sleeping on the floor. I'll sleep, wake up at night on SABC One. What's that? That thing that plays music? It was playing, right? I woke up to a Lil Wayne video. Every night I'll wake up the same time. That bro is playing. The Sweetest Girl, him and Winecliff John. Yo, I went back to school the next day singing that. I'm telling my guys, yo, Justice, this guy with dreadlocks and tattoos. I don't know, but that guy has me.
Yeah.
Like, Lollipop,
yeah.
It's 2008.
Yeah, it's
I'm
Carter 3 era.
6. Now they're asking in the school, yo, what do you want to do when you old? That guy is in my head. I want to be like Lil Wayne. So I made a story.
Lil Wayne.
Yeah, about him. Everything, put it on posters. And then I started writing. After doing that, I started writing my own music without beats and everything. I think Lil Wayne was the one to say, bro, run this way. But the music has been there, but I've never chose on the genre.
That was a calling.
You hear me? But still, right now, I've been telling people I might be more dominant on the hip-hop side, but I make music. I make 3-step, I make Afro beats, I make piano. As long as I have to put a vocal in it, I can. Like now, I have piano songs, I have 3-step songs. I'm trying to make a house song, I have R&B songs. It's just that what I always take out is hip-hop. Because I'm not really a perfectionist, but as long as things sounds good, I can run with it. So,
now that's why I keep telling everybody, there's a genius in Slolo if you just pay attention.
Definitely.
You see it, Kimmy, right?
And for sure, I think the story is so layered and there's so much about you that people don't know. And I think with your album, Culture, I think the name that you chose is so specific to documenting what's happening in Cape Town right now. And in your own words, how would you define the culture in Cape Town right now? Would you say that, I'm curious to know what you think.
I think I don't want to say at our peak, because we haven't hit the ceiling yet, but we're in a very good place coming from where the owner, when you guys came into the scene. Like right now, we have more voice. We have more rooms to occupy. We are given more. It's just that I wish we should just stop being more cool about it. Like we should stop conforming more on what we get. Hence why Brook Boys stood out, because we're being rebellious over conforming to expectation. We do not conform. Bro, as I said, took a train and take the last one to go home and stay in town the whole night, don't know we're going to sleep. We're chasing the dream because we know, but this is what we want to do. Right now, kids, like at LordSlolo session, be like, yo, Jens, I'm doing sessions like this from the hood. They be like, yo, I don't have transport money. Give me transport money. I'm like, bro, this is not an event. It's not a gig. It's a free cypher session, which is this where you and your friends come through and your other friends come through. Y'all, this is where you guys...
Personally, sponsor kids in my hood literally wanted to come rock there, at LordSlolo sessions, and they don't understand that concept. I come from that school. I'm glad that you experienced a bit of that, like you said, taking those last trains and the first one out, and park jams and those things. So for them, it's like chasing instant gratification. But now we talking about LordSlolo, like you've become such a mainstay, like in Cape Town's hip hop scene and creative space generally. So let's talk about LordSlolo and just the headspace you were at when you decided to build a platform.
It's because I won't lie to you. We were not performing. I was not performing anywhere. I wasn't seeing anyone performing anywhere. I remember I used to hear the Prime. Yo, Prime, book me this weekend. Hey, yo, bro, book me. Let me come perform. And then sometimes I felt like bros were like, yo, I'm begging. And which is, there was also, I get the bros. Because also with Broke Boys, we were not booking a lot of performances at our events and stuff, because why? There's no audience for performances. There's no culture for performances for hip hop. That's where I saw from an event curator, us booking these bros, it throws away the whole show. We'll have momentum on the whole show until you start putting a local act to perform, which is the audience don't know his songs. He might also not be good at performing. He doesn't do it a lot. That's when I saw, for us, for Rocking the Daisies to say we're going to open up a stage for 10 or 15 Cape Town performances, we need to have our own platform first where we fill it up. We build culture. Like I've been telling rappers, gents, if LordSlolo sessions is not packed, if you guys don't buy beer or anything, if there's no culture, there's no revenue. If you're not building that revenue for hip-hop culture, no one is going to book you. I'm sorry. Daisies is not going to say, let's give LordSlolo sessions a stage takeover so you guys can perform. Because why? You guys are not building a revenue. The only thing you guys are saying is, yo, book me there. And then once we give it a slot, you're going to say, what's my rider? Give me transport.
Entitlement.
You get me? Entitlement. That's what I saw. So that's why I started building that. Also, what I wanted to let people know, because I went to this other stream, my other homie stream, and I told homies, well, yo, Cape Town rappers are entitled. They privileged. And then bros were like, nah, I'm not seeing, I'm devaluing what they're doing. Which is there are bros that are doing so much for the culture, like in Nkosiama Ndebele or Sean, like different bros, né? But how everything is been doing is it's
scattered. They're doing it for themselves, though.
Bros in that corner, bros in that corner.
But that's the Cape Town thing. It's it's very click driven. It's very segmented. Like you say, people want to come through. It's not that cohesive. But it's only like we talking about LordSlolo. It's a very great example, and ISSA TING, we wish to follow that as well.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, like, if you feel that there's something missing right now, or if you think there's something that could be changed or done differently, what would you like to see shift in the culture right now?
It's having one platform that allows everyone to come together, and then from there we can build other platforms. Because right now, there are other platforms, and I like how everything is happening. It's a thing, different platforms. But now what I want is everyone to come together for one cause, one purpose. From there, the thing is going to blow up into different other things. Because if your community, my community, the hood community, the colored people community, the Nigerian people community come through for one thing.
So it's not so separated. It's coming together.
That's the only thing that Joburg has up on top of us. That's the only upper hand. They can come together. Cape Town people can't come together. And to come back to ask you, to answer that question, how do I feel about Cape Town culture? It's the biggest, it's the most consistent one. It's the most rapidly growing fast, because Cape Town creative scene is taking you overseas before you can even go see Joburg. But the problem is we scattered. You get me? So now what happens is you might get an opportunity to go to France, but you won't have the coins. Now you can't even say, let's do a donation because we're so scattered. The only donation you're going to get is from your community. We don't have that big community. We don't even have the government supporting us. So it's crazy. But it's very, very powerful and inspirational. And bro, if we can get it right, the whole city will eat.
Yeah.
100%. And that's why I think we're so excited to have you also be a part of ISSA TING, because we really share that same vision of what we're trying to do.
ISSA TING. You just added a twang to it.
It's a twang.
It's a twang.
No, but I really love what you see and just your general vision. I think it's so amazing for what you want from Cape Town and vice versa, like what Cape Town needs.
Yeah, I mean,
there, it's like
from one visionary to another. Tell us you guys' experience in the Visionaries Club you had at the Broke.
Yeah, we
Clubhouse.
actually, I told Slolo, like, man, I want to get people together, but I need a physical space. And he was like, yo, come do your book club at Broke. And I was like, man, that's dope.
This clubhouse is so known for.
Yeah.
Also, when I did Crossroads, I was like, how am I going to do it? Will people come? Because it's also like, amped up.
But
when we came with the book idea, I was like, yo, perfect.
Yeah.
So this means we can sit down, listen, pay attention, drink wine if we have to.
Yeah. You know what one advice you gave me, which until today really stuck with me? When I did the book club at Broke, you were like, Kimmy, if one person shows up, 10 people shows up, doesn't matter how many people show up, you just got to keep doing it and be consistent, because consistency will get you the people to follow. And that's true, no matter what project you start in life, whether it's dropping an album, dropping a song, starting an event, it's all about consistency.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, you get momentum from doing it over and over again.
Can I ask you guys a question?
Yeah.
What challenges do you guys go through in terms of consistency? Because with me, sometimes, like, I like consistency, but I'll be honest with myself. I'll be consistent, and then I'll be like, fuck, I'm drained.
She's really Kim.
I think, I could answer that. I think we all have problems with consistency, if I'm honest. But I think one thing that gets me over the obstacle of, like, not being consistent is just reminding myself why I'm doing it. Reminding myself, why did I start this? Why are we doing ISSA TING? And every time you feel demotivated, you just remind yourself the long-term vision.
That's
think
dope.
I could add from that, like, besides from being purpose-driven, obviously you have to do this over some time where it feels like it's part of your DNA and it naturally drives you, right? But for me, it obviously, like, we're talking about, like, daily struggles. Life is just weighing on me. I feel like I had to fix my morning routines. My morning routines, because sometimes, life is just so many distractions. First thing you do, you wake up, you check your phone. Which is a bad habit, because that will determine how the rest of your day should go. So my morning routines are just like prayer, and literally as I go brush my teeth, I look at myself in the mirror for a good 10 minutes and I talk to myself and hype myself up, why I'm here, who I am, what things I need to achieve, like have honest conversations.
Hey, yo, that's beautiful, bro.
That's real. No, this is every day. Nah, for real. Every day, talk to myself like, yo, if I did you dirty yesterday, I'll check myself. Yo, the way you did me, that was lame. You know what I'm saying? And how you should do better, because my age kind of reflects differently, like how I should carry myself today and have that kind of mental balance and actually hype myself up. You're an icon, you're the greatest, you're the greatest rapper. Because no, you won't get it from somewhere else. You have to convince yourself that, you know? And obviously channel your day towards that. Prayer, that I call that manifestations in motion, so those conversations,
manifestation
coffee.
in motion.
Yeah.
Type shit.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, Like what most of my music is saying what I've experienced, or I'm manifesting some things. Like I was still in the hood. When was it? 2020 or
Yeah.
2021? I dropped days before.
Yeah.
Right? 3-song project, right?
Yeah.
So there I had a song called "I'm the best plug in the city." Every man,
Yeah.
literally, I was saying I'm the best.
Your
plug in the
best
city.
before.
Like I stay
Yeah.
in the city.
Yeah.
And now it came to fruition.
Yeah.
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 I was manifesting that.
Exactly. You know what's crazy, bro? Yeah.
That was my life.
That was your life, right? So you manifest those things. You have to channel these things.
Yeah.
Even like I visualize everything before it happens. And you know, I'll tell you a crazy quick story, man. This is like 2009. At that time, Ill Skills is really, really blowing up. And then so we got sponsored by Nike around that time, '09. And then we used to do a lot of like trips to Joburg at this point. We're getting booked a lot. And then I remember going to the first stop was always Melville on 4th. Nike gallery. So who's behind the counter? Okay, Malum Cool Cat, Boys and Bucks, basically. Sanele was still there in the marketing team. NK Fresh, shout out to all the guys. Shout out to, or rest in peace, Ricky. And I remember before I knew what this guy was about, he was just like a guy who works behind the counter. And then he kept seeing us and he's like, you know, yeah, you know, it's like, man, you know, I do something, you know, he passes me like a slim case CD, and the title said Greatest Hits Volume 1. You know what I mean? And I'm like, Xavier, you said this is your first tape. He's like, yeah, it's my first tape. And you call this thing Greatest Hits
Hit Volume 1.
To me, that was mind blowing. That's the most daring thing you can ever
Yeah.
do. But it says a lot about OK Malum Cool Cat. So shout out to OK Malum Cool Cat, man. A lot of things
Shout
happened ever
out,
since
bro.
that CD was passed. I'll tell that story another day. But
Nah.
he is the superstar he became now. He's an icon. And
Bro.
you know, when I look at like Broke Boys
Bro.
and Boys and Bucks, you guys parallel that movement. You know, obviously we've seen how Wu-Tang came up, how Art Future came up, or TDT and or TDE and all these little ASAP mobs. So, do you guys feel that it was necessary to form that force as a collective, Boys and Broke Boys?
We didn't sit down and say, yo, let's become Broke Boys. It was a group of friends.
Yeah.
And then so I met the Bruce in 2012, right? 2013, 14, 15, 16. I don't see the Bruce. I've lost all sorts of contacts with the Bruce. I was stressing for that time, like, where's these guys? And then I met these guys in 2017. I met Ace. Didn't know him. But I went to him, I'm like, yo, what's special about you? And then I told him my name. He said, oh, you Slolo. I know you from that. I said, oh. And then we became friends from there, right? But where I hear how the word bro came about, how everything, Bruce were already Bruce, coins. And then Bobo said, how about we call ourselves the Broke Boys? Because they used to take trains and taxis to town. You know, they're already in town. And they felt like the Broke Boys in town because they take trains and taxis. For them to eat, it's like 5 brews have to put money together, or we don't eat the whole day, or we go thrift. So amongst the other kids that were around the city, brews are like, damn, no rich parents? We are the Broke Boys. And then Bobo said, how about we call ourselves the Broke Boys? And then from there, the brews ran with it.
Yeah, such a repurpose. Just like, you know, you guys really put that, you know, emphasis on broke. Obviously, people look at it, you know, that way, but you guys have repurposed it, and all we see is a successful and really you know, just paving the way, man, and pushing the envelope and the boundaries, and now we're here. I feel like it's only right we had this conversation all together, because more than anything, man, it's culture. You represent culture, and it's very important we keep this thing going. I've personally been doing this for 23 years to be exact. And I'm waiting for the next guy or motherfucker who's gonna really push it to that level. We're speaking about consistency. I felt like that's the language here. And, you know, and obviously the passion that goes behind this, you know. And yeah, and back to your question about like, how do you guys remain consistency. Like my OGs told me, Indo isem doing.
Yep, Indo isem twin.
Indo isem doing. You know, basically.
What does that mean?
What does that mean? You want to tell her what it means, bro?
It's a thing is inside you. It's a thing. That thing is within you. Like that feeling you get when you think about something, those goosebumps. If you've never had those goosebumps, whatever you're trying to achieve, my bro, you're not going to get it. You need to have the goosebumps. You need to be so scared when you think about it. It needs to make you sweat. It needs to make you excited. It needs to make you want to cry. Kim, I'll be sitting sometimes listening to my music that's not out. I'm like, yo.
Yeah. I know exactly what
I
you're
know I can
saying.
take it out.
How'd you call that word? The word that you said.
Indo isem doing.
In Indo isem doing.
Which, okay, that feeling you describe, which song from your album makes you feel like that specifically?
Which song?
Yeah.
So now it's so the music grows on me. It was My Darling, and there's this number 8. Number 8. It's fucking. Because the thing is with My Darling, it was speaking. I was in a relationship last year, very serious, like public relationship, right? So since we have Clubhouse, I'm always outside. I have to be in the streets, the culture guy, right? So my partner was kind of complaining about, I don't think you love me like how when we started dating and everything. And then I told her,
Well, then you love the culture.
no. I told her, listen, bro, I understand where you're coming from, but I need to be outside. I need to interact for my thing to grow because I meet different people every day. Hence why I made that song. You know, I'm always running all the streets, my dog.
Yeah, I'm
Funny
so
about
glad.
Chebe like Monique.
Right.
For no say overseas or because she was crying when she was telling us like, please
Yeah,
don't cry.
bro, you have to
This is
be
what I'm
right.
trying to do so I can be able to take us and you know, so yeah, that's
no,
that song.
I'm so glad that you're so like honest and vulnerable with the music. Then it really shows, you know, the climate today. Anyone who's tapping into hip hop, same feeling you got from Lil Wayne or Uno July.
Yep.
It really they really have to tap in their honest selves, right, Kimmy? Like it,
Yeah, I think what we're really excited about is to just collaborate that energy with you and be able to share that feeling at our next event at ISSA Ting.
When is
And
this podcast dropping?
ASAP, bro.
when you want to
No, I'm asking you. So when is the event? So we can
Yeah, so
promote the
event.
events.
Okay. So the event is on the 25th of April, and tell all your homies, tell your friends. They
To
gotta
tell
be
their
there.
friends
Tell your friends to tell their friends.
Yeah.
To know people
my
that know
friends.
people.
and their people and their aunties and sisters and nephews to pull up. It's a thing.
And
man.
especially this event is going to be unique because we're doing this rap cypher competition, and we're really trying to create a platform for emerging artists, like people that are doing what you're doing and what Uno's doing, and we just want to give them the stage to try and win this 5K. And
I have a question. How many people have entered the competition?
we
so
had a
far?
lot of submissions so
Bro,
far, so
there's 5K on like,
on the line.
There's 5K on the line.
Yeah.
So, gents, please don't sleep on this. Don't sleep. 5K.
Five
That 5K,
stacks.
listen, with that 5K, you can go mix and master.
Master,
You can get
should've-
a shoot. You can get a studio shoot. You can get a video. Like, it's 5K. It goes a long
telling you.
way,
And I
bro.
told Kimmy this,
Yo,
like,
guys.
the only person that would be perfect for this is Slolo, because Slolo has the finger on the pulse. Like, he's literally like tapped in, he's in the streets with these lighties, and he can like point us in the right direction. Right. And that's how I felt like, besides the fact that you're one of my favorite people out there, I just know this. My feeling says like, yo, we doing it without Slolo? Like, that doesn't make sense to me.
I hear you. Shout out, Daoud. Shout out.
You know what I'm saying? So I want you to get your flowers, but more than that, like, be seen as that. I never would take away when something is working, when the formula is there. You just gotta get put together your recipes in that manner. Like, oh shit, I got the best visionary in the game, Kimmy. Creative, she can build worlds like that. You got the best, I got my own motion. I'm hustling as a musician, as a culture curator. And then you have Slolo. You are in your own right. You are a culture curator.
That's what I call myself nowadays.
Yeah.
culture curator. I like that.
You know?
Casey, I call it Casey. I'm a Casey, not Sissy. Casey.
Yeah.
Oh, with the culture with the cake.
Be rebellious, over conform to expectation. That only doesn't work in one thing. In everything I do, like guys, I'm an odd one. Like I like starting things on the wrongs, like on the odd side. I don't like being right. If I do something right immediately, I didn't learn anything. But if I start from the wrong side, I know now, okay, don't do that. I'm one step closer to the right thing, so I've learned something. That's why.
Yeah.
I love that.
You know, since like we definitely like trying to praise Cape Town creatives out there. Who do you feel like deserves like a real good credit and mentions out there? People who are, you know, putting
Maybe
the
someone
scene
that
together.
inspired you as well.
Or just people who are active right now. That too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Besides, I know you got the song that gives a shout out to Salik, by the way. I really like that you did that. Shout outs to Salik, PPC. Yeah.
You see what that song there? Because a lot of people used to say Broke Boys versus Leaf.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo.
Oh, that happened?
Before that song, people were like, and now I'm wearing Leaf because it's black boys and colored boys, so they tried to do that thing.
Oh, but we were together on Clue Street.
You get me?
Yours truly.
But people don't know that.
That
And
is
also-
crazy.
Also,
That is weird.
Ace-
Cape Town for you.
Ace, the one who makes the Broke Clothes, the creative director of Broke, like, he also fucks with Salik crazy, and we fucks with Salik's pieces. Like, look at the detail.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
also was manifesting a collaboration there. Go Broke Esfubeni, ngandibuza ngenxazo, owami ulefo ndimthatha kuSalik. So I was saying it's broke on my chest.
I really
Ask
fuck with
about
that,
the bands, though.
I really fuck with that.
So maybe a collaboration, putting it together in there, but we can't
That's
do
dope.
it.
Yeah.
It's not official. So yeah, my favorite thingy, I'll have to give it to Brasem. Brasem, he has motion, he's cooking. After Brasem, I'll have to give it to Billy. Oh, that boy has too much swag for our person.
Shout out to Brasem.
And Billy,
Yeah.
Billy cooking. And also there's brews like, so those are like creatives, like Brasem cooks content. He cooks visual content.
Yeah, same.
Billy also does visual content and does modeling, he's cooking. Then I say Ace. Shout out to
Shout out
Ace.
to Ace.
Then I'm going to go to Salik. I know I wasn't supposed to say Salik, but shout out to Salik.
Shout out to Salik.
And then, who is also shout out to Nkosi Mandebele. You're holding it down, bro. The streams, because he just did Nkosi Mandebele's Got Talent, which is he calls kids to his streams, and then he does a cipher.
Nice. Nice. Shout outs.
You know, he's created his
Yeah.
own broadcast, you know. Shout out to him.
Shout outs.
Shout out to whoever I've forgotten. I don't hate you.
Yo.
I've just forgotten you. I'm part of
Shout outs to George the Groove.
Oh, shout
What
out to
up?
George the Groove.
Shout out to George the Groove. Yeah. I
Shout
say
out
this
to
nigga.
George the Groove,
I say
bro.
this nigga.
Shout out. Yo, George is
Yeah.
the voice of the city, James.
Shout out to George, man.
my
Shout out to
partner.
George.
Shout
You're
out
not
to
from here,
George.
but hey, man, you have to ask me for the citizenship. That's my guy. That's my
But
guy.
who's your favorite creatives? Just in case I've missed. Also, you, Kim.
Man.
I think it's safe to say Uno July.
Now I'm really
Uno,
inspired by
Uno,
myself. I
Uno,
look at
Uno.
endless before, you know. The thing is about me, I show love every single day.
Also, sorry for cutting you
Yeah.
short. Uncle Dice.
Yeah.
Uncle Dice.
Yeah.
Uncle Dice. I won't lie, we see you. We see you, Uncle Dice.
Straight up. I want to say Awonke, man. Shout out to Awonke.
Awonke.
Yeah.
Awonke.
Actually,
He's the biggest
Awonke-
operator.
Awonke
the
is also
biggest-
gonna be
the biggest.
yeah.
He inspires me right now. I'm privileged to call him a friend. And yeah, man, there's so many names. There's so many names to mention.
Let's just
but
give Kim 3 names. Just in case the 2 names you've forgotten
Yeah.
might come out from
I
Kim.
haven't forgotten.
I want to say Awonke is actually doing really amazing stuff. He's also going to be collaborating with us at ISSA Ting at
Yeah.
the next event. He's just doing more like curation stuff, like fashion. He does so many disciplinaries, you know. So I think shout out Awonke.
Yeah, man, for real. Shout outs
Yeah.
to, for real, like shout outs to Salik. Yeah, shout outs to Salik. And I want to say that, Zayd as well. Man, I've seen
Shout out to Zayd.
Zayd Osman. I've seen the world
Shout
of
out
Zayd,
to
man.
Zayd.
Like our days in New York.
Shout out
man.
to Zayd.
You know where I heard of Broke Boys first? This is crazy. Out of all places, first time I heard of Broke Boys was in Amsterdam. Yeah, you know who put me on to Broke Boys?
Where?
No, I've always known the guys.
Who put you on?
I'll tell you now. I was on tour even, like 2021, I think.
Wow.
In Europe, and so I know the guys obviously from yours truly. You know, guys used to work there, but the name Broke Boys, they were new originals.
Oh,
The new originals.
So I'm like,
Makes
oh yeah,
sense.
do you know the Broke Boys? We did a collab with them. I was like, what?
OTN.
And I'm not trying to, but we introduced the brews to the South African market, Cape Town Street, because when they did that pop up, we had a store at Influx.
Yeah,
So,
Oh yeah. So that's how I found out about the Broke Boys, and yeah, man. But yeah, safe to say these niggas is international. It's the international Pantsula. Shout out to
And guys,
international
let's
Pantsula.
give it up.
Shout out to
Let's give it
international
up to
Slolo,
Slolo.
international Kimi G, international Uno July, international It's a Ting.
It's a
Cypher
Ting.
Ting. We're looking forward to your performance, man.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I know you're gonna bring it.
So
Yes,
if you want to
sir.
catch culture, check
Yeah.
out Slolo performing
Yeah,
at our
go
next
get the
thing.
new
It's a
tape.
ting.
Pull
It's a
up.
ting.
Yeah,
It's gonna be a
Slolo,
crazy-
man. That's my favorite joint, by the way.
Slolo, man.
Yeah.
That's
That's
a bag.
Yeah, that's my joint. That's my joint. I love the tone in there. I'll get into that nerdy shit when you see me in the streets with this guy. But yeah, shout out to you, man. To everyone else who's been supporting us, coming to our showcases. The last one was a blast. Peace. Pull up in numbers 25th of April. We're doing it even bigger.
Let's be there.
Let's be there.
You
Thanks,
don't want to
guys.
miss this one out. And shout out to the guys with the production,
Yeah,
production.
shout outs. Shout out to the
Shout out
team.
to you also. I know we took your time, but shout out to you too.
Excel, kubroke yonke into. Yo, Excel, uqala ngesikhipa ugcine ngesikhinda. Yo, Excel, kubroke yonke into. Yo, Excel, uqala ngesikhipa ugcine ngesikhinda. Yo, Excel, kubroke ephathini but ijongile ingxasi. Esibexaxa ngoba sesilashed. Vuka ekseni sifake itash. Kasi lijonge kuthi ubeke emqolo. Smoke it close, man, you know I got gas. I'm running my lemon in my own pace. Please don't compare me with this little lane. You know my shit is tailor-made by Ace.